Hey nerds, what's up? Today is day 5 of the Bibliothon. I am currently 66% into Aurora Rising. I was just listening to a little bit of it as I got ready for work just now. Like I was saying yesterday, I'm definitely enjoying this book for sure. It's very J. Kristoff's humor and Amy Kaufman's humor, but his humor stands out in his books on his own too, and that's what I'm hearing more from this book. Definitely has that same vibe, so if you're not a J. Kristoff fan, you probably won't like this book, but if you are a J. Kristoff fan, you probably will like this book. Like I was saying yesterday, there's nothing really like new, like something I've never seen before or anything in this book. I'm enjoying it, but like nothing is really wowing me yet. Don't get me wrong, good solid book, just I'm kind of waiting for something bigger to happen or something like that. As far as Girls on the Verge goes, I haven't really read anything new, so I'm 52% in, and today I'm going into work basically in 40 minutes, so actually I might have some time right now. I'm gonna get dressed and maybe I'll sit down to read a little bit of Girls on the Verge to make some progress with that, but I also really want to fold my laundry, in which case I'll listen to Aurora Rising. So one of those things will happen today. Then I work at 2 and I'll be at work all night long. Today we're going to an obstacle course, like a floating water obstacle course. I'm really excited. I'm hoping that I get to go to it because my job, like there's somebody who has to stay back. And so I'm just hoping that I don't have to stay back. I'm hoping somebody else will volunteer because I really want to go to this obstacle course because I also didn't work out today and it would be good to like get some exercise in for the day. Yeah, I was really tired this morning. I like set an alarm to wake up, but I couldn't fall asleep last night. I was also having some really vivid dreams, which has been happening a lot lately. And so I canceled what my plan was to go to the gym and I hung out at home. I didn't really do much this morning. I didn't do any reading either because I was just watching some YouTube, and I'm gonna change and like prepare to be at work, and I'm probably gonna put the laundry away because I feel like I should do that. Responsible and whatnot. Ugh. Folded. Just need to put it away now. Okay, so here's what's up. Yesterday I got to like 90% into Aurora Rising, but I didn't quite have time to finish it. I was reading it, listening to it on audiobook this morning, and I'm almost done with it. I will definitely finish it on my way to work, so I'll let you in on the secrets and how I feel about it once I finish it. Girls on the Verge, haven't picked up at all because I literally yesterday didn't read in the morning, as you saw, did the laundry, folded the laundry instead, went to work, and now it's 7 a.m. and I'm on my way back to work because I worked a night shift last night and a morning shift today. So these things just happen sometimes. We'll hopefully be getting some Girls on the Verge read today, but I actually am planning on picking up We Were Never Here, which by Michelle Gish. It's a graphic novel. I plan on picking that up today just so that I can say I finished more than 1.5 books. I mean, I technically did finish 2 books on day 1, but both of them I had already started. So I'm wanting to finish more books in general. So I'm hoping to pick up We Were Never Here and finish it today after work. Definitely gonna finish Aurora Rising. When I finish Aurora Rising, I'm gonna pick up Inkmistress on audiobook. I got the audiobook for that, which is both the Sassy Book Club book of the month, and our live show will be on Chelsea's channel at the end of the month on July 26th at 7 p.m. PST, but then it's also covering my wild card book, and I think maybe that's it. It might have two, but definitely my wild card is Inkmistress. So without further ado, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to finish Aurora Rising, and I'll let you know what I think about it. Alright, it's only been a second for you. It's been like an hour for me. I finished Aurora Rising. I think I'm landing on like a 3.5 out of 5 stars for Aurora book, like these Broken Stars, gives me similar feelings on like story quality. For me, like, to make it a full 4, and especially to make it a full 5, I need it to like not be predictable. And yes, there were things that I wasn't able to predict in detail, but like overall we have this, you know, hive mind, and overall like there's a twist at the end that happened that I called as we like interact with a particular character. I was like, oh, it's gonna be this person, and then for the next like minute they showed that it was that person, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So like that is kind of how I felt a lot of it. It's definitely like well written, and I'm really interested to see like where the plot goes to deal with the problem that has arisen from this book 1, because book 1 really was, this is the other thing, is like this book was most definitely a setup book, which is fine, and there was like some good action in this whole setup, but like felt very clear that like, oh, we're just setting up we're just setting it up, and there's gonna be way more that needs to happen in order to feel any sort of like true wrap up in the plot, which is fine. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying that like it made it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. So that's not a bad review to me. It's just like a decent review for me. So that's how I feel about that one. After work, I will be picking up Inkmistress. I already have it ready on my phone. So when I get on into my car to drive home today from work, I will start Inkmistress. Hopefully I'll get some Girls on the Verge read, and like I was saying earlier, I definitely plan to read We Were Never Here by Michelle Gish. So I'll update you when I have more for you, but I am about to get to work and have a day. So that's what's gonna happen now. Bye. Day 7, just getting started here, but I wanted it is now day 7 of the Bibliothon, but I wanted to finish off this vlog quickly. Please don't mind the lack of makeup or the wet hair, because I'm just going to the gym. I'm gonna go get my birth control, all boring things, and I didn't want to like really get ready because I'll have to get ready again later. But oh my god, last night I finished Aurora Rising, as I talked about. I started Inkmistress, and I'm now about, it's like in between 25% to like a third of the way through, somewhere in there. Wow. Anyways, wow. I'm gonna get really annoyed in a second here if it doesn't fucking work. Can we like get it together? Okay, I'm gonna really hope that it's working now. So anyways, I started Inkmistress. I'm about 25% in, maybe 30% in, something along those lines. And I'm liking it so far. It is like way high fantasy. I thought that it was gonna be a little bit less high fantasy, but that's also my fault because I didn't actually read the synopsis. I just saw female romance and dragons and went, yeah, that's for me. Which it is, like I like it, but sometimes not reading the synopses just surprises me. And I feel bad because I'm reading this with Chelsea for Sassy Book Club, and Chelsea does not do fantasy, but here she is reading a high fantasy novel. So anyway, I'm liking it. I'm still getting like used to the system of magic that we're talking about in this book. It's very like intense, I would say. And so there's like gods and demigods and also like blood magic and other kinds of magic. So it's just like a lot to take in right now, and that's always the way with a high fantasy novel. You just gotta let it flow a little bit before you really decide that you're actually confused. So that's where I am with that one. And I finished Girls on the Verge last night. My heart hurts and also is very full. I don't even know how I feel. The novel like was heart-wrenching and painful, and wow, it was so good. I loved the last thing that happened. Was one of my favorite moments, and I can't tell you about it, but I just loved that little moment between those two people. I loved it. I loved so much of this book. We have kind of the two ends, not ends of the spectrum, but two ends of like a friendship spectrum, I would say, where we have this character who's going through what's happening, and then we have a character who like doesn't support her choice, but who is going to support her as a friend anyway, and she's like dealing with the fact that she doesn't really agree with her friend's decision, but that she wants to be there for her anyway, and like we have to get through all of that. And then at the same time we have this other friend who is like balls to the walls supportive, but she's not really a close friend. She like goes so far and beyond support, and I absolutely loved her character so much. She reminded me a lot of me, I think. I just loved every minute of it, is basically what I'm saying. It's hard to read. It's like enraging to read because there are so many awful people and so many awful circumstances that happen in this novel. For such a short book, she really packed it in. I also highly recommend reading the author's note and the facts that are in the back of the book. I loved that little moment. It was nothing that I needed to learn. I knew pretty much everything that she wrote back there, but it's still nice to see that it's there, and also to like double check that I do know what the heck I'm talking about, and stuff like that. And it was so freaking amazing. So this is not where I need to be. I pulled into the gym parking lot, but I definitely have an appointment that I need to be at that's not here. Dang it, I went on to autopilot. Don't you hate when you do that? Anyway, this is the end of this vlog. I hope you guys are having a great Bibliothon. I'm having a great Bibliothon. I only have 2 more books to read. I'm in the middle of Inkmistress by Audrey Coulthurst. That's my last audiobook that I need to read. And then the last book for my physical TBR is We Are Here Forever by Michelle Gish, which earlier I think I was calling it We Were Never Here, and I just had the wrong words. And that one's the graphic novel that I'm planning on reading that I didn't pick up yesterday. So I'm hoping to read that today and finish it, and then I will pick up something else. And I don't know what I'll pick up, and I'm just going through some speed bumps. So I'm getting off of this. I hope you have a great time. Bye! See you later!